Hello, all. Good evening. Thank you, Anu Sharma ji. So let me just wait for others to join so that we can discuss today's Nifty Bank Nifty entries. Good evening, Parag ji. I hope you guys are observing how beautifully my setup is working. Even if you get entry without breaking PDH or PDL, you can free to trade. It's only with experience. So the last 1 hour of trading session gave beautiful entry according to my setup. I'm very happy that most of you made best use of it. Sri Lakshmi ji, I have repeated twice regarding the target for the share and target for stock option. So please revisit the video because I mentioned 0.5% of the share value as target. Right, remember? 0.5% of the share value as the target and 0.25% of the share value is the target for stock option. Yes or no? Sri Lakshmi ji? Because if we keep repeating the same thing, we cannot go ahead. Right, because I'm taking all the questions. That's why my module is getting extended. I should have finished my module much earlier. Right. So please do support this. So let me just plot Fibonacci. Say for example, say, do you have the first candle high broken today for you take a buy trade? Do you? Because first 15 minutes we are not trading at all because that is the discipline that we follow. Is there any candle which is breaking the high of the first candle for you to take a trade? So definitely there's no entry, right? So for the first candle, RSI was just above 60, but 9:30 will tell you whether you're supposed to trade or not. Then what happened? The candle closed below 10 SMA, but RSI never went below 40, so there is no opportunity for you to take a put option. Yes or no? You will never take a put option here because RSI did not support, right? So let me plot Fibonacci here. So this is the lowest point and this is the highest point. Okay, this is the lowest point of yesterday, and this is highest point of yesterday. So then what happened? Then a candle closed above 10 SMA here and high of this candle. So let me just check the values of high, because you don't have to become a compulsive trader. Only when there is an opportunity you're trading. High is 39,253. What is the high here? Do you have the next candle breaching the high of the this reference candle? Is it greater than 253 or less than 253? 248. So obviously it is less than 253. See, the high of this candle is 39,000. Raviji, how it is greater, sir? It is 39,252.6 is the high of the reference candle which closed about 10 SMA. Raviji, can you please tell me, did this breach? No, right? Then don't you think it is acting like an inside bar consolidation? The next candle also could not breach the high. Okay. And this candle breached the high. Third candle from the reference candle breached the high, but RSI did not support your entry, right? RSI did not support your entry, but you got confirmation from 10 SMA, Parabolic SAR, and MACD for this particular candle. Yes or no? We have confirmation of 3 indicators, right? But don't you think you have PDH, which is trying to act as a resistance for this candle? Don't you think the PDH is acting as a resistance here? So for this candle, it is trying to, for this candle, you don't have proper RSI shading. Though it is trying to pierce, the PDH, but RSI shading is not clear, right? So this is the perfect candle which is supported by all the indicators. Yes or no? 3 o'clock candle was the perfect candle for you to take a trade because PDH is broken, MACD and RSI green shading is purely visible. So what is the difference between high to low? I've placed the cursor on that candle. Can you all see the difference between high to low here? See, Raviji, the first reference candle is taken only when you're trying to trade at 9:30. Okay, that will not affect you to take a trade here because see, candle close below 10 SMA, the old point of reference candle changed here, and the new reference candle arrived here. Okay, so this will become your reference now, and this first candle high will not make much of a difference now. The strategy once again started to you know appear here. Parag, is it visible? Paragji? So this first candle high will matter when you're trying to take a trade at 9:30. But unfortunately, what happened? The high of the first candle could not reach, and later candle closed below PDH and it entered no trading zone. Yes or no? Candle closed below PDH. Yes, yes, Namrata Sinhaji, you can take it. You need to check the setup, madam, whether it's a running candle or not. It doesn't matter. Don't you think the setup gave you entry for 3 o'clock here? So definitely it is a running candle only. So don't you think once candle close below this, you have nowhere RSI is below 40 here. There is no chance at all. Then once again, candle closed above 10 SMA. You'll mark high of it. High of the candle was breached here, and you have parabolics are below candle, and MACD gave you beautiful entry, and there is a histogram above zero. Right. So for RSI, it gave a beautiful entry. Say for example, if you want to keep stop loss, you have to keep stop loss below PDH. There is no candle which came below PDH, and you could have stayed back in trade for it, right? Say for example, what is the open price? What is the open price of this candle? There was a movement of 300 points in one candle. So definitely when there is a movement, you need to enter trade and stay back in trade for some time, because I want you guys to do paper trading, because I'll be giving you a roadmap. Create an Excel sheet, practice it, with the Excel sheet first. Then you will be starting with one lot. Okay. So say that, for example, you have open equal to low for this candle, and moreover, if you keep a stop loss below this particular PDH, is there any candle which is coming below PDH to hit your stop loss? Then you could have booked your profit when it is trying to touch uh, the next resistance level, right? So there was a movement of 300 points. You could have captured more points here. Okay. Yes, yes, Purnimaji, that is the advantage of the setup. This will not allow you to trade unnecessarily. So you will be eliminating a lot of unnecessary trades, because we should not become a compulsive trader. Say, for example, if you try to avoid. Yes, yes, Srikanji, you're right. So the entry was at 3 p.m. only. Okay, and moreover, if you extend the logic of a trend line, whatever we used to apply for swing investment, don't you think this reference candle also is closing above this bearish trend line, and the trend got changed here? Yes or no? And when candles were making lower low, candles are making lower low, RSI peaks are making higher low here. So there was a bullish divergence also. So bullish divergence pushed the candle above 10 SMA. So whatever logic that you have learned, so whatever, let me take Fibonacci out so that you will see the things very clearly. When candles are making lower low, RSI peaks are making higher lows, right? So this is like a case of bullish divergence, and this reference candle is so genuine that it closed above this, and once high of this is breached, and don't you think it's an inside bar formation here that will have a very good move? And this is the candle where you got a perfect entry in Nifty Bank. Say for example, what is the open price here? 39,366. For 39,366, which call option will you take according to yesterday's discussion? 39,000. 366. So 39,100 call option. Yes or no? Okay. So let me add 39,100 call option. 39,100 call option. Yes, Raviji. Once you mark R1, R2, R3, S1, S2, S3, throughout the day you will not look into option chain because you'll get confused. Because of change in OI, these levels, which is acting as support and resistance, it may be strengthened or weak. Yes or no? We are bothered only about the levels that we have, marked. So you don't have to worry about it. Okay, just mark those level. Don't look into option chain in the live market. Okay, that will help for hedge form of trading. And whenever you're trying to trade only based on option chain, see, option chain is one of the indicator to trade. It is not the only indicator to take trades. Is that clear? When my setup is giving you beautiful entry according to Fibonacci and the entire setup. Okay, so my setup is trying to overpower option chain is what I'm trying to tell you now. Okay, so whenever, see, when it comes to this Fibonacci, the PDH and PDL will help you a lot to avoid wrong trades. Okay, whenever you get an entry, then you will buy this. Say for example, 39,100 call option is what we are supposed to trade. Yes or no? Are you guys convinced? How did we arrive at 39,100 here? I want yes from everybody. Okay, so let's see. We got an entry on the index chart. We got an entry on the index chart at 3 o'clock. Let's see what happened at 3 o'clock in the option premium chart, just to understand the curiosity. So, see, what is the value here? What is the difference between high to low? Approximately 200 points, right? So definitely you would have got your 30 points profit easily. Yes or no? See, I'll teach you one more method. Listen carefully. Say, for example, you can keep previous candle as stop loss on the premium chart. See, what is the difference between high to low of this? Say, for example, what is the low of the present candle? What is the low of the present candle? 570, right? If I subtract 30 points from low of the present candle where you're trying to take, what should be your stop loss? See, rather than entering stop loss, after you enter trade, try to check the low of the present candle and then subtract 30 points. So 540 is the stop loss. Yes or no? So 540 is the stop loss. So what you're supposed to do, rather than setting the target, let's focus on setting the stop loss and trailing the stop loss throughout the day. Okay. Tarun Sharma ji, 30 points is an easy target and easy stop loss that you can achieve. Okay. Say for example, if I try to keep previous candle low as stop loss, so let's see what will be the stop loss. 73 points. If you're trying to keep 73 points as stop loss, you have to capture 73 points target to achieve 1:1. Okay. So 30 points, because whenever we trade, if you take 30 points stop loss, it is easy to recover. Yes, Raviji, it requires a lot of practice. Okay. But you have to be very mechanical in the process. Once you get entry at 3 o'clock on the spot chart, because whatever you guys are learning now is something new, you guys are not aware. So I would request all of you to be more focused rather than dropping questions in the chat box. So the first procedure, you need to check entry on the spot chart. Once you get the entry, second step, calculate call option according to the steps discussed yesterday. That is the second step. Once you get that call option strike, open the premium chart and check what is the low of the present candle which gave you entry. Mechanically, it takes only 1 second for you. So you got to know 540 is stop loss. So how to set stop loss? Say for example, once you buy the contract, once you click on the exit, it has to be sell, right? So once you enter trade with buy option, exit, whether it's target or stop loss, it has to be sell. And do you guys see SL here? Do you guys see SL option here? So what was the stop loss that we calculated? 540. 540 is the stop loss. Okay, and the trigger price will be 1 rupee above your stop loss. Okay, 541. Why do we keep trigger price? Say for example, it is like due to volatility, many a times your 540 will be executed. So we don't want that to happen. So price has to come slowly from 570 to 550, then 541. Whenever it comes to 541, then only it will be triggered. Okay, or else you can keep 5 rupees extra to trigger your stop loss much earlier. Until this value is not triggered, your stop loss will not be executed. Is that clear? So see what happens. See, you will enter trade at 570, and suddenly, whenever somebody is trying to enter trade at market price, okay, whenever there is a dip, they'll try to exit at 540. Though premium has not come to 540, your stop loss will be hit. That's why we have to maintain the trigger price either 1 rupee above, 2 rupees above. So I would suggest you to stick to 1 rupee above. Is this clear? How did I reach 540? I just checked what is the low of this, subtracted 30 points, and I've said this is the stop loss value. The price box that you see here is the stop loss value, and 1 rupee above your stop loss is your trigger price. Is that clear? Okay. Say for example, suddenly, say for example, you have entered trade at 580. Let us assume you have entered trade at 585. You have calculated stop loss according to the low of the candle. Okay. So what should be the target if you enter at 585? 30 points. 615. Yes or no? Venkatji, please don't go for SLM order at market price. That will erode your stop loss very easily. Please stick to the method that I'm trying to teach. No deviation from it. So if your entry is at around 585, so what should be your stop loss, Venkatji? What should be your target? What should be your target? 585 entry. Yes, Raviji. Because see, earlier we used to enter trade and set the target. Yes or no? First we used to enter trade and we used to enter target, and then if there is a retracement, we used to exit. Right. This is a different method that you guys have not learned. Okay. You are not worrying about the target. You're worrying about the stop loss. You're trying to make peace with your loss. Swastikji, please stick to this method. Okay. So I'm not worrying about the target. Let market go anywhere. I'm just worrying about protecting my capital and limiting my loss. So only I've decided if things go wrong because of volatility, I'll take my stop loss and come out. Swastikji, which platform are you using? Zerodha? Then please follow this method. Okay. So whatever you're doing is right. You can follow that method also. But why don't you give a try for the method that I'm trying to tell? Is that okay? Can I go ahead? It's a request. Please don't disturb me because I know everything, but you guys don't know anything. You should learn from my experience. Swastikji, can I go ahead? Swastikji, that's what I'm trying to teach you now. Please focus on this. Once you enter trade, just check what is the low of the present candle on the premium chart. Subtract 30 points from the low of the premium candle and set that as stop loss by selecting this SL. Don't go for SL, go for SL. So this must be your stop loss. Trigger price 1 rupee above this. Okay. So then, Swastikji, this price is the stop loss. This is not a buy price because you've already entered trade. Now you are trying to set stop loss. Okay. This price is the stop loss because I got to know what is the low here, Swastikji. What is the low of this premium candle? Because at 3 o'clock you got an entry, right, Swastikji? 3 o'clock you got an entry on the spot chart. Yes or no? See, I'm trying to repeat everything for you, sir. Please reply. So at 3 o'clock, I got an entry on the spot chart. It takes only 2 seconds for you to calculate and get to know that 39,100 CE is your contract which you're supposed to trade, open the chart, check what is low. Low is 570. If I subtract 30 points from 570, don't you think 540 is the stop loss? Let us assume you enter trade at 585, okay, but you're trying to set 540, so 45 point stop loss. Okay, don't worry about the value, worry about the method that you're supposed to follow. Is this clear, Swastik ji? Can I go ahead? Any doubt? This is not your entry price, this is your stop loss. Anjan ji, you need to enter trade at market price, okay, because we cannot enter at limit price, by then movement would have. Swastik ji, is your doubt addressed? Can I go ahead? Yes, Swastik ji, please do it this way only. Swastik ji, please follow this method. Please forget what you were following. Please follow this. Okay, we have limited time. Please try to make best use of my experience. Okay, so let us assume this went at 620. The premium jumped to 620 and your target was 650. Let us assume that your entry price was 585. If I add 30 points to 585, 615 was your target. So when the premium, say for example, when this value, the topmost value, if it becomes 620, what you can do, change this stop loss to 615. Is this clear? If the premium is going beyond your target, change this stop loss to that 30 points target. Okay, you need to go and modify. Now, even if the stop loss is hit, don't you think you've captured 30 points? I want everybody to reply. So this is very important. This will help you a lot. First, the stop loss was 540, and then you got to know that this premium jumped to 630 in the market very quickly. So what you do, go to your order, modify it to 615. Why 615? Your entry was at 585, so you had kept a target of 615 in your mind. You changed the stop loss to 615. The stop loss from here, it got shifted to here. So even if your stop loss is hit, you can keep doing it. So if 630 becomes 670, 40 points up, then add 30 points to 615. What is the next modifying value? 645. Modify 645. This is 1 rupee above, 646. So you have captured 60 points. Your 60 points is locked. Let market go anywhere. You're trying to just move your stop loss slowly like this. Okay. Then if this becomes 710, what will be the, add 30 points to this and tell me what is the next modifying value. If this value becomes 710, you will modify, you will add 30 points to this. This will become 675. This will become 676. So even if the stop loss is hit, don't you think you're in a profit of 90 points without any stress? Don't you think this is a better way of first setting the stop loss and trailing accordingly rather than sticking to 30 points target? And you're more peaceful in the process. Okay. And this is jumping from 710 to what is the high? What is the high made? 775. When this becomes 770, add 30 points to this and make this as 705 and this as 706. So even if your stop loss is hit, you are able to capture 120 points. So what you're trying to do, first you're trying to identify the perfect candle which gave you entry on the spot chart. Now just to calculate the stop loss, you just went to the contract according to a calculation, and then you went and checked what is the low of the candle, because suddenly a candle low cannot be breached. So that is the safest point. Below that, subtract 30 points and set the stop loss here. And whenever the premium is jumping like 40 to 50 points up, so calculate the first 30 points target and modify this. Yes, Anjanji, I've removed the target. There is no target here. You are just allowing, you're just going along with the flow. You're just setting the stop loss and keep modifying it for every 30 points whenever there is a jump. Okay, so your 615 was your target, and if the premium is around 620, you make this as 615, right? So then this modification will be accepted because premium is higher than your 615 because it's running somewhere at 620. Okay. And then on trending days, this will help you a lot in terms of capturing more. See, there are two methods. You can stick to 30 points target. That will help you to take trades quickly and book your profits. Okay. This method will also allow you to book 30 points target, and it is a more peaceful way of trading, right? Because you're trying to make peace with your loss. You're very clear. If things go wrong, if it is 540, then I'll exit. Okay. So, and keep modifying. First modification has to be your first target, right? So 615 is your first target. Change the stop loss directly to 615. Okay, so that your 30 points is locked for that. At least you are not going home without 30 points. Let market go anywhere, and then it is left to you. Suddenly, if premium becomes 800, you can make this as 780 immediately and capture entire 200 points. So whenever market is too volatile, it's better to trail your stop loss to the first target. After that, keep modifying it to 30 points gradually. Is that clear? This is more safe, and this is more a better way to capture the entire move of the market if market is trending. Okay, is that clear? Okay, say for example, I'll show you one more. See, on 15th, you got an entry somewhere here, right? So at 145, you got an entry, yes or no? According to the setup, on 15th, you got entry according to the setup at 145. Yes or no? Yes. So what is the open price of this candle? 39,442. Please tell me which put option should I trade for 39,442? 39,800 put option. Yes or no? 39,800 put option. Okay. Say for example, let us go to the premium chart of 39,800 and we'll see what happened from there on. Okay. So 39,000. Let me delete this. Let me take 39,800 P. Okay. So let me open the premium chart. At 145, I got an entry. So this is where I got an entry on the spot chart. Yes or no? I want quick reply because this is something which will change your entire trading psychology. At 145, I got an entry on the spot chart. The next step, I need to calculate which put option should I trade. So 39,800 put option you're supposed to trade. Then add that contract on the watch list. Go to the present candle, which is running. What is the low of this candle? 548, right? Yes or no? So subtract 30 points from the low. What should be your SL? 518. Are you clear why 518? Yes. So your stop loss will be 518 and this is 519. Okay. Then, so what should be, let us assume this 548, you would have entered trade at 550. Okay, let us assume you have entered trade at 550 or let's take 555. What should be your 30 points target for 555? Let's say 555. So it is 585, right? So your first modification. So what is the high of this candle? See, after that it went up, right? What is the high of this candle? 736. Yes or no? So let us take the present candle only. Let's take the present candle, that is 145. What is the high of the present candle? 701. This is where you took entry. You took trade at 555. Your target is 585. So the first modification of your stop loss has to be 585. Is this clear? Because premium went near to 700. So modifying it slowly will not be a problem. So when the premium is running at 600, modify to 585. Okay. You can modify only when the premium is higher than your target. If the premium is around 580, you cannot change it to 585 because that value is not yet reached. So even if it is at 590, you can modify to 585. Okay. So when it reaches 600, you'll make it 585. And if it is at 650, you add 30 points to it, which is the second modification value. So if you add 30 points to 585, it's 615. Let's assume premium is running around 630. You modified it to 615. So like that, slowly you can keep modifying your stop loss. Is this clear? Yes, Snehaji will go to that. Please understand the procedure first. Snehaji, are you clear? What was the maximum high it made on that particular day? So I placed the candle on this maximum high. What is the maximum high it made? So don't you think you had a lot of opportunity to keep modifying until you reach 1,000 points? Don't you think in this method you would have captured closely around 400 points with one lot? Arishvi, once you enter trade, you need to click on exit on the position. Then you'll get this window. Then select stop loss and enter value. Right? Venkatji, next candle will take SL. So what was your SL? 518, right? So is there any candle touching the stop loss here? Venkatji. Because don't you think in the same candle there was a movement of 700 points? What is the high of the same candle? Don't you think you would have got at least 30 points in this single candle only? So once you would have modified it to at least 645. So you would have got 90 points achieved in one single candle. Then after that, if next candle is hitting your stop loss, don't worry. At least you're in a profit of 90 points, right? Then take a re-entry. How will you take a re-entry? So this candle gave you a very good entry. Just mark low of this candle. Whenever the low of this candle is breached, can we take a re-entry, Venkatji, here? In the first entry, somehow by modifying, you would have taken trade and captured 90 points. Once you took trade here, after that there's no candle which breached the low of this trade. Then mark low of the candle on which you took trade. Once a candle is breaching the low of this candle, don't you think you can take one more entry? Yes. Then apply the same logic. Values will become different. So what is the entry? 230. So which is the candle? This is a candle which is at 230. This is the candle at 230. Now tell me what should be the stop loss? Raviji, that's what I'm trying to tell you. We took trade at 145, right? So how will you take re-entry? The present candle low should break. Once 145 candle low is breached, you will take an entry. Where did you get one more entry? At 230 you got an entry because low of 145 candle is breached here. Is that clear? Okay. Once low is breached, apply the same logic. Apply the same logic. Say for example, what is the open price here? 39,249. 39,249. Please tell me new contract. 39,600. So either you can go for 39,600 PE, or don't you think you can trade in the same contract, because this will be much more in the money, because 800 is much more in the money than 600, right? You can keep the same contract and calculate what is the stop loss for this candle, or you can change the strike price. There are two possibilities. You can calculate strike price for the present candle which you're trying to take trade, okay? Or you can stick to the previous contract only and then calculate the stop loss. So what is the low of this? 647. If 647 is the low of the candle, subtract 30 points. Approximately 617 should be the stop loss. Venkat G, is that clear? 617. So you will keep 617. What should be 30 points targets? 647. 30 points. So let's take entry around 650. Let's take your entries at 650. 680 will be your target, right? Approximately there will be a stop loss of 40 points. So how much did it go up? It went above like 769. What is the high of this candle? What is the high of this present candle? 736. So definitely, even if you enter trade at 650, you had an opportunity to modify your stop loss to your first target very well. Yes or no? Because yes, Swastik ji, you're right. Swastik ji, you're right. Is this clear? But what I would suggest you guys is to that try to take one trade initially, okay, and book 30 points. and try to repeat that for 100 days. Once you master, you will only, once you get experience with the setup, because the setup is new for you, right? You need to practice it at least for 1 month. So once you master the art of trailing stop loss, you can capture more profits with one lot only. Once your risk appetite is getting bigger and bigger, you can increase the lot size to 900 and you can keep doing the same. Okay. By doing so, if you capture 120 points, what will be your profit once you achieve accuracy and once you gather courage and risk appetite? And if you're trading with 900 maximum lot size in Bank Nifty. So, Anjanji, we don't require any premium indicators on the premium chart. Just because that is saved, it's opening up on the premium chart. We just need low of the present candle to calculate the stop loss. That is what is needed, and keep modifying it. Okay. Sneha Bhaji, I'll repeat it once again for you. Say, for example, see at 145, we got an entry according to the setup. Yes or no, Sneha Bhaji? Yes. So, but to take a re-entry, I need multiple confirmation. Yes, Venkatji, you can do it. So, to take a re-entry, though the entire setup is matching for all the candles, I need courage. I need one more confirmation to take a re-entry. What will be the one more confirmation? You finished one trade at 145. Let the low of 145 candle be breached so that I got one more confirmation here. I got one more confirmation here because this candle breached the low of 145 candle. So this was my first trade candle. Later, though my setup is matching for this candle also, but this candle also I'm not taking trade. They don't have enough money power to break the low of the first candle that you took trade. Okay. Vanashriji, please focus on the process. Forget about that as of now. Yes, Tarunji. So that will average the premium. But anyways, in order book, you will be aware at which premium did you enter trade, right? Accordingly, keep setting the target. This requires 1 month practice. Okay, just stick to the rules and follow the procedure that I'm trying to tell you. You will become profitable. If you skip the rules, definitely it's very tough, because if you can dedicate 1 month of your time just to practice, the next 30 years you can mint money like crazy. Because index has got a lot of liquidity. Master the art of trading for a month, then you can scale it up once you gather courage and capital and risk appetite also. So though I have the setup matching for these two candles, I cannot take re-entry because I don't have multiple confirmation. The low of this candle was breached at 230. Yes or no? Yes or no? Snehaji. Yes. So I got a confirmation here. Then calculate. You can calculate new strike price based on the open price of this, and you can take trade in that. Enter trade at market price and then go for premium. Check low. Check low. See, even if PDL is not broken, you will get profit according to my setup. Don't stress too much on PDL and PDH. Okay. Focus on the setup. Focus on trailing stop loss. Because my setup will work between PDH and PDL also, which I've mentioned clearly when I discussed Fibonacci. But once PDL is broken, you will get much more confirmation to trade. Because I've not plotted Fibonacci here, because I'm explaining the process. Anyways, let me plot Fibonacci, because I wanted you guys to learn process rather than worrying too much about levels. Anyways, let me mark this. Okay. This candle beats the PDL. You can take trade and apply the logic, whatever I've told from this candle onwards. Is that clear, Santoshji and Vanashriji? You can apply whatever I've, because I was explaining the process. Okay. But I would have got 90 points here. So what I'm trying to tell you, my setup will give you entry between PDH and PDL also. Okay. If you get an opportunity, please take a trade. That comes with experience. But go with the entire setup. So from this candle onwards, you could have applied the logic, whatever I've explained. Is that clear? First step, look at the spot price. Once you get an entry, you're damn sure that this will go up or fall. Then calculate, second step, calculate the strike price. add it, calculate the strike price, and enter trade at market price. That is the second step. Third step, after entering the trade, okay, go to the premium chart and see at which candle, at what time frame did you take trade. At 3 o'clock, go to the 3 o'clock candle, look at the low, minus 30 points, and set the stop loss according to the method that I've explained. Let the market fall beautifully, and you keep modifying your stop loss. The first modification has to be your target. So look at the entry price, add 30 points to it. That will be your target, and set that as value to be modified once the present LTP of the premium is above your target. You can modify your first target and slowly keep modifying it so that you will be stress free and you can capture more points than 30 points. Is that clear? So will you all practice this? The first method is simple. Either you take 30 points target or whether you take 30 points stop loss. What happens there, the stop loss that you're trying to calculate, it is based on your entry price, not on the premium chart. Right. But here you're trying to apply the logic and you're trying to calculate the stop loss based on the low of the candle on the premium chart. So this stop loss is more sensible. Purnima ji, you're in green trade since you gave this setup. I'm very happy. Please practice well and you will make it. Are you guys clear how to trail stop loss and the procedure to be followed? First step, look at the spot price and decide the entry. Then calculate the strike price, enter the trade. Third point, set the stop loss and keep modifying the stop loss as and when the premium is going. Very simple. Yes, Shivnath ji. Is this clear? Yes, Chandrapal ji. Stop loss is not below your entry price. Stop loss is, you need to see what is the low of that present premium candle. Subtract 30 points and set it. Let it be even 45 points also, don't worry, because we have to give some space for the trade to breathe. So let it go up, then slowly modify it accordingly. Is that clear? So Anushri ji, please drop a message on Telegram. Okay, I'll address your query accordingly. RSI is must. Without RSI, it's very tough. RSI is the soul of the setup. Even if PDH, PDL is not broken, if you take trade according to RSI, you will make money. So RSI is a leading indicator which is trying to tell you movement will happen, you enter trade immediately. Okay. So thank you so much. I'll meet you tomorrow. We'll discuss bull call spread and bear put spread accordingly, because those two strategies are not part of this. Chiragji, I'll give you list number 3 tomorrow. Today's discussion was more focused on trailing stop loss. Shivnathji, please drop a message on personal ID. So if you have any doubt, you just ping me personally. Okay, I'll address your doubts accordingly. So tomorrow we'll discuss bull call spread and bear put spread. After that, currency and commodity, I'll give you the margin details, which one to trade, and all I'll give you. Don't worry. Niravji, wherever you message me, I'll just reply in the group, right? Click on that name. You will be diverted to that Telegram thing, and you can just drop a message. Hi. Oh, not tomorrow, Monday. Sorry. Okay. So let's understand slowly, because at least you need some time to absorb information, right? Because though I have the pressure to finish off things, I'm taking it slow by addressing all your queries so that you should not have any doubts once we complete our morning. So let's meet on Monday. Please revise everything very well. Okay. So we'll discuss more about bull call spread and bear put spread and commodity segment and currency segment regarding the margin and which one to trade on. Okay. Thank you so much. Happy weekend. God bless. If you have any doubt, just drop a message on Telegram. I'll address it. Okay. Thank you so much. Good night. At the end of the module, I would request you guys to write review on my module, maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday. And I would appreciate if you can do so. Thank you.